Go back, Steph! Going to Mordor alone. Of course you are. And I'm coming with you!
Well, we're back.
Good morning.
And we're doing our cavalcade of picnic table tour for our Saturday morning.
Real estate recap.
Yeah, real estate recap. I don't know what our YouTube channel. Anyway,
there's a big play area. What do they call that? Big toy.
Yeah, this is Crown Park.
Yeah.
And it overlooks McKinley Paper Mill, and Amy's going to tell you about it.
So right over my shoulder is the, it's called McKinley Paper or Biopapel. It's a Mexican company that convert cardboard into more cardboard, I think is what it is.
Well, junk paper.
They recycle stuff and make cardboard. It does not have any odor like the notorious paper mills of past. I don't know how they do it. It was explained to me once, but I didn't get it. But I know it doesn't smell. Anyway, a friend of ours is the GM, and they are a good employer for the city, and it's right at the base of the Edith's Hook. So you go right past it when you go out on the spit.
Yeah.
Anything
It's one of the
else?
major employers of our area.
Mm-hmm.
And there it is. So, the introduction, the lead-in to our...
That you just watched.
Yeah, you just watched, is Peabody Creek. So Port Angeles is pretty much built on the side of a mountain, and it goes from fairly level down by the water to pretty steep when you get up into the foothills and into the Olympic Mountains. Not many people live up there, but usually they're gorgeous houses with incredible views. And our daughter lives 6 miles up the hill. And let's see, what else? Port Angeles has under it like 5 or 6 gullies. And
We think of them more like fjords.
fjords. Well, without water.
Yeah.
But,
Well, they all have water. That's what cuts the gully.
Yeah, okay. Well, you can't sail a ship up it. But so one of these, which is kind of right downtown, is Peabody Creek. And some of those, like the one that goes down Lincoln Street, is completely covered by the street.
Yeah,
And,
Logan will add a picture right here.
Yeah, what they did back early 1900s to build a trestle, and so really, I'm hoping they filled that thing in, because occasionally we get a sinkhole there.
They were working on the road right there at First and Lincoln,
Yeah.
and I noticed going, right in front of the the
Yeah.
donut shop, they had black plastic hung so people couldn't look up.
So it's a little freaky, but
Yeah, little freaky.
anyway, so this is Peabody Creek, and
Yeah,
that's about it.
So,
you want to tell everybody what we do if
we
it's
are
your first
Brent
time?
and Amy Powell. We're realtors with Ideal Real Estate in Port Angeles and Sequim, and kind of some of the outlying areas. We don't have a lot of metropolitan areas here, but it's a wonderful place to live, and we're hoping you all buy a house from us when you move here. What else?
You forgot to mention big time.
What?
We're big time
Oh
realtors.
yeah, that's this.
We're a legend in our own minds, but actually we're just kind of normal realtors. But we love it. Amy's been doing it 15 years. I've been doing it 10 years.
Yeah.
And wouldn't want to
So-
do anything else, to tell the truth.
It's actually quite a bit of fun. We have an open house today, so come on. I hope you come. There's a video on this Home Team Powell YouTube channel that is 1203 Rook Drive, and that's the one we have an open house for today. So if you ever want to see it, let us know. What else?
That's about
Oh,
it.
we're going to have a rant at the end, just so you know.
Yeah, brace yourself. Okay, let's get going. And we've got, is it 8 or 9 today?
8.
8 homes, 6 in Port Angeles and
9. Sorry,
9.
I can't
Okay.
add.
Okay, 6 in Port Angeles and 3 in Sequim. So the first one is on West Glenwood Street.
These are homes that closed this last week. So everyone that bought these is busy packing and moving in.
Yeah, the only ones that don't make it into our summary are realtors that fail to put their sale in a timely manner. So they
In the MLS.
Yeah, they kind of slip through the cracks. So on Glenwood Street, originally priced for $299,000, and they lowered it to $288,000, and then finally it sold for $270,000. 2 bedrooms, 1 bath, 35 days on the market, built in 1948 with 1,104 square feet and 0.13 of an acre, and they have territorial view.
Cool. The next house in Port Angeles is on East 5th Street. Originally listed for $449,000, it sold for $435,500. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 3 days on the market. Built in 1963 with 1,720 square feet on 0.16 of an acre and a saltwater view.
Moving along to West 11th Street, and priced at $459,000, sold for $450,000, and that's 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 80 days on the market, built in 1914 with 1,591 square feet, and on a standard lot of 0.16 of an acre with a mountain view.
Cool. House number 4 in PA is on Estes Court. Listed at $475,000, that's what it sold for. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 12 days on the market. Built in 2002 with 1,644 square feet on 0.21 of an acre and a neighborhood view.
Okay. You may have noticed that these are in ascending prices. We go from...
I'm not sure who that was, but...
Did they win?
Yeah.
Oh. If that was you, hi.
Fans.
So, anyway, next one was in Lauridsen. Lauridsen, I think, isn't that the name of one of the early settlers of the area here? And it's priced at $459,000. I'm sorry, priced at $535,000. And sold at asking, 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 2 days on the market, built in 2005, with 1,870 square feet on 0.22, a little under a quarter of an acre, and they have both saltwater and mountain view.
And the final house in Port Angeles is on Lauridsen, also just down the street from this one. Listed for $595,000, it ended up selling for $540,000. So they were very similar in price. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 156 days on the market. Built in 1971 with 2,134 square feet on 0.22 of an acre with saltwater and mountain view.
So moving on to Sequim. And whereas Port Angeles is built on the side of a hill, so that means we have a lot of views, both mountain and water. Sequim is pretty much built on a plateau. Just south of town there is a hill that has a lot of nice homes, so they get a really great view.
Bell Hill.
Bell Hill, and then on the other side of Bell Hill is Happy Valley. It's a beautiful valley.
Yeah,
I'm not sure why they called it Happy Valley. I think
because they're happy they live there.
they
maybe.
probably, anyway, had a good reason. So now we're in Sequim. First one is Sequim is on Fairway Drive, and this is a development north of Sequim. Very nice, and there's obviously, from the name of the street, a golf course there. So originally priced at $448,000, sold for $430,000. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 42 days on the market, built in 1989 with 1,220 square feet. And they have just a hair under a quarter of an acre with a golf course view.
Excellent. House number 2 in Sequim is on Nimbus Lane. Listed for $475,000, it ended up selling for $468,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 19 days on the market. Built in 2018 with 1,491 square feet on .10, smaller lot there. Oh, it's a condo, townhouse, in a mountain view. Yours was a townhouse too.
Oh, mine was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I missed that. Thank you. Mm-hmm. Okay, last one on our cavalcade of homes that closed last week is on Evans Road in Sequim. It looks like a nice 2-story, originally priced for $775,000, sold finally for $650,000, and $125,000 less. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1 half bath. 100 days on the market, built in 2003 with 2,788 square feet on an acre and 1.19 acres. They have mountain view.
Okay.
So
that finishes up the homes that sold this week.
yeah, so it's sometimes when you, let me explain just a little bit the market. And so the market is still fairly constricted in our area. There are a limited number of houses on the market, and so and there seems to be a smaller amount of buyers. And so that when it comes to pricing a home, the market ultimately sets the price. You have to find somebody who will give you that amount of money for your house. So like on this home, if it originally priced and then it sells for $125,000 less, I would imagine there was a good rationale and reason for that price that they originally asked, $775,000, because everybody, realtors, we all do our comprehensive comparisons. And we look at where the market is, where it was, and then you
What sold.
What sold. You make an educated, calculated guess, and then see what the market is. Well, in this one, the market wasn't there where they thought it was. So it's easy for that to happen. And generally what you do, you make an adjustment in your price, hopefully before 100 days, because the message is clear, nobody's buying it. So one of the mottos we have is price solves all problems. It really does.
Yeah.
So anyway, now you said we had a rant.
Short-term rentals.
Yeah, go for it.
Hi.
Hi, morning.
So our city council is ruining the lives. They're in the process of ruining the lives of over 200, 250 small businesses here. They've decided that short-term rentals, which I'm sure all of you have used, Airbnb or VRBO, are the reason for the lack of affordable housing.
Yeah.
So in their mind, and they voted on this last Tuesday, 4-3, that there would only be short-term rentals. You could only do it in medium or high density residential zones or a commercial zone. Only 1 short-term rental per person per parcel. And what else? You'd have to enter through the owner. The owner has to live on premise, and you have to or come through their door.
Same door they come through.
Yeah, think about that one for a while.
You know, it's like if you're like drinking a lot of beer and wearing wife beaters, you know, just wave at the guests as they come into your house. You know.
Well, maybe these people like wife beaters.
Okay, you get the picture. I'm not running down that T-shirt. I guess I am.
Anyway,
so we're not happy about that.
So there's a lot of political issues at play here, and
Call to action.
yeah, it's a call. If you've ever stayed in Port Angeles,
March 5th, show up.
if you've ever stayed in a Port Angeles vacation rental or will be in town, show up at the city council meeting. They will take your testimony.
March 5th?
They need March 5th, Tuesday, 6 p.m. at the city hall. They need some fresh faces. They've heard everybody they just tune them out. Yeah. But they really need to realize the impact this will have on a lot of people, yours truly included.
Yeah. Yeah, I've spoken a couple of times before the council. Yeah. I probably will. I mean, this meeting is going to go to quite a while because everybody gets a little shot at talking. Yeah. And
it helps fund all the little leagues, all the local.
Yeah.
And if it's going to have a major impact on the Wanda Fuca Festival, the Crab Festival, the Maritime Festival, because there's not enough motel rooms to hold them. And financially, all the restaurants are going to be hit.
There's like a lodging tax.
You want to come over and talk?
No, but I mean.
Yeah, we paid, the guests pay taxes. We're perfectly willing to be licensed, but there's a couple very interesting views on housing in the city council. So you can always just email them, one email. And then next week, you want to talk about that?
Yeah. One more thing on the STRs,
Okay.
short-term rentals, is that the underneath all of it is a philosophy that deals with private ownership of private property. And one of the sentiments that's been stated by those that are strong proponents of this move is that no one should be allowed to own more than one home. And so it's basically the contrast and conflict between free market capitalism that our country was based on and socialism, which significantly destroys every country that adopts it. So anyway, I do have a surgery this next week, Monday, an ankle rebuild in Seattle, and it depends on what my recovery is like, as whether we actually do this, our video
it's
next
getting
week.
them down a couple stairs.
Next week or not, kind of depends on how I'm doing. So
You can't put any weight on it for 6 weeks.
I know, 6 weeks, but anyway, I've got
if
a great.
it all goes well.
I have a great home care person.
Yeah, right.
Jeez.
We'll see.
Eagerly looking forward to that. You know, I'm going to
I can't wait to wait on you.
get a little bell I can ring. You know, I'm waiting. And my wife beater, but
Get the meatloaf.
yeah. But
Anyway, so I probably won't do it by myself if
Yeah.
the push comes to shove. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys.
yeah, have a great week. Take care.
Subscribe.